Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today I'd like to talk about working with graphics in Mathematica. If you've watched some of my previous videos, you've seen that we already covered how to plot 2D and 3D functions in Mathematica, and this is not what I mean when I say working with graphics. What we'll cover in the video today is things like inserting custom drawings, pictures, or other graphical elements directly into a Mathematica notebook. If you haven't already done so, please make sure you've watched the Getting Started with Mathematica video, as we'll build off some of the concepts covered there. I'll leave a link to this in the description below. So, in terms of an agenda today, I'd like to first start off by giving a quick introduction and showing what do I mean when I say inserting a custom graphic or drawing into a Mathematica notebook. After that, we'll take a look at how you can actually use Mathematica to insert these graphics. We'll first take a look at how to use the native Mathematica graphics engine to insert some of these custom drawings and diagrams. And then we'll look at actually what I consider to be a better approach of how to import graphics into a Mathematica notebook from external sources. And finally, we'll close today by describing a workflow that I use for working with graphics in Mathematica that hopefully works for you as well. So, if this all sounds like a bunch of fun, why don't we jump over to Mathematica and dive in? So, to introduce the concept of graphics within a Mathematica notebook, why don't we take a look at one example notebook. So, this is something that I typed up for some lecture notes of mine regarding, I guess this is numerical solutions to partial differential equations here, and it illustrates why I like Mathematica and why you probably do as well, right? It allows you to have nice sections here. You can have text here, you can have equations here, you can even have hyperlinks that will take you to relevant material that might be related to the discussion here. And all in this one-stop shop for information, right? You can also gracefully and inline embed things like Mathematica functions here, and you can basically write code with nice explanations and comments here so you can really understand what's going on here, right? You can even do things like we saw earlier is you can plot things. So for example, you've got this interactive plot that you can work with here, so you can help understand what some of these functions or some of these mathematical constructs that you're developing look like, right? But that is maybe the key here, right? You want to be able to see how they look like, right? And I don't know about you, but personally, I'm a very visual person here. And sure, I like to have equations and code here, but I really like graphics. Graphics really help me understand what's going on. So if I scroll down a little bit further here, you'll see that we want to be able to do things like this, where we want to be able to insert our own custom graphics. Maybe these graphics have annotations on them here. Maybe they're more complicated. And this is sort of the thing we want to be able to do, right? I want to be able to have a discussion here with comments, text, and equations, but I also want to have pictures or graphics or diagrams or other explanations that go along to supplement the Mathematica notebook. So again, this is really nice because if we're able to introduce and incorporate graphics, code, as well as equation and comments, you really have a very comprehensive document that can pretty much explain I think, any concept that you're trying to do. So this is what we're going for today. I just want to talk about what is a good workflow and how can you go about inserting things like these graphics here directly into a Mathematica notebook. Okay, so this is the introduction of where we're trying to go to. So maybe what we'll do here is let's start off with a fresh Mathematica notebook and talk a little bit about how can you include graphics in Mathematica. All right, so let's look at this blank Mathematica notebook. First thing I'm going to do is let's just zoom in a little bit so we can see a little bit better. And let's give this thing a title. Again, this is where we're talking about working with graphics in Mathematica here. And again, let's go ahead and just change this thing to a title here. And now let's look at using first, how about using the quote-unquote native graphics engine. Okay, so let's again change this here to maybe, how about a section here. Okay, so what I mean by using the native graphics engine is, again, we can still have text here, like this is a section where we talk about inserting graphics using the native graphics engine. Okay, so again, let's change this to text here. Okay, so what do we want to do here? Let's go ahead and to insert a graphic, quote unquote, natively here in Mathematica, it's pretty simple. All you do is come up here to graphics here and just say new graphic. Okay, And what that'll do is it'll insert a little box here where you can start drawing here. Now notice we don't have any tools here, so what I need to do here is I need to come again back up here to graphics and come up here to drawing tools. And if I click on that, um, this will popped up on another window for me, so I'll just drag it over here so we can all see everything together. And now what you see is this is a bunch of, drawing tools, but you can see this is Mathematica's native quote-unquote engine of how to insert graphics. So you can do things like, you can draw a square here. I guess you can probably change the color here. And this maybe illustrates a little bit of why, this is maybe not the best here is because you kind of got to learn a whole new engine here, right? So let's just go ahead and just do a couple more things. I don't know, you can draw some things here. You can even, I guess you can add things like arrows. And again, there's all these things you can change: the opacity, the size, the color, the thickness, all of that kind of stuff here, right? And this is all fine and dandy. This allows you to draw graphics here. And but you saw this kind of requires you to learn a whole new system here, and this system isn't terribly intuitive. I actually didn't like it, but of course, to be perfectly honest, I didn't give it much of a chance here. Now, let me show you one other thing that we also need to think about when we're working with graphics, right? We talked about how the purpose of this is so that you can integrate graphics into a more comprehensive Mathematica Notebook here. So you can have a one-stop shop for all of your calculations, testing, research, code, all of that kind of stuff. So, for example, let's add some code here. So let's say, I'm going to change this to text here. Let's add some code here. So I could do something like f of x gets 3x plus cosine of x or something like that here. And then let's go ahead and plot f of x. F of x from x going from 0 to, I don't know, 3 pi or something like that, right? And shift enter that to insert this here, right? So now you can see we've got all the pieces together, right? I've got titles, I've got sections, I've got text here, I've got graphics, I've got code. You've got all this kind of good stuff put together, right? Now, remember, one of the things you're going to probably do is let's go ahead and first save this here. And I'll just save this here to maybe like my desktop here, or maybe some temporary location here. Let's just call this graphics example, right? Save that guy. Now, you're going to save this, you're going to close this, and then what you're going to probably do here is you're going to come back a little bit later, and you're going to probably want to go and find that file and start it up again. So I'm going to go here and find that thing. Where did I call it? I think it was something graphics. Geez, where did I put? Oh, here, graphics example. Okay, so let me open that Mathematica Notebook. I'll close the Windows Explorer here. And now what you're probably going to do here is, again, you might have lots of code here. And if you watched the previous video, you saw that one of the first things I like to do here is I come up here to evaluation and I say evaluate notebook, right? That will evaluate all of the input cells in my notebook here. So I don't have to go and click on each one of these code sections and hit shift enter, right? So if you do this here, notice one thing's a little bit weird. Look at this here. The graphic here was actually treated as an input cell here, right? So I get this double graphic here, which is definitely not what I wanted to do, right? This is correct here, right? So it did evaluate my code here, but this was completely wrong here. So what I needed to actually do here, the one thing that we should mention here is when you make a graphic, you should come over to the cell here, and just like we did when changing it to text, you're going to want to format this style here to not be input, but you want it to be text. So if I do that, and if I delete this double down here, now what I can do here is, again, if I come here to evaluate and evaluate the entire notebook, now it's correct, right? Now I don't get this double graphic here, right? So this is a little section to show you how you can effectively use the native graphics engine here for inserting pictures or diagrams into Mathematica here. So let's just do that completely again from scratch just so we can see it again. So let's come down here and let's put another thing where I say, let's look at another graphic here, right? Sorry, I can spell this right. Okay, another graphic. So I'll come up new cell here, and again, I'll come up here to graphics, new graphic, and then I can again go ahead and do whatever I'd like here, do some plotting here, draw some arrows, add text, right? Hello world. Right, and here's my graphic that I want. And again, what we just learned here is you need to come here to the cell of the graphic here and come up here to style and change it to text here. And go ahead and save the notebook here. and this should all work now. So if I evaluate the whole notebook, everything looks great. So again, this is a perfectly viable way to go about inserting graphics into Mathematica here, but like you saw, this is a little bit cumbersome because you have to use their system here, right? Which I'm not familiar with here. I didn't really give it much of a chance here, but it would be much better if you could use something that is more universally accepted. Like, for example, like PowerPoint. PowerPoint actually is a really good way to make vector-based graphics here. So let's take a look at that next here. So let's come here to another section here, and how about let's call this importing, and let me change this again to another section, importing graphics from an external source. Okay, let's put this at the top here, and we can actually close this drawing diagram tools because we're not actually going to use this here. So the concept here is actually really, really simple. So the idea here is actually to do all of your graphics within an environment like, say, PowerPoint. So for example, I've got a PowerPoint slide deck here that I already had prepared here. And as you can see here, it's just got some graphics. Maybe it's got a picture of an aircraft here. But the nice thing about PowerPoint is that there are plenty of drawing tools here that allow you to easily create graphics, vector-based graphics that can then be moved around, can be changed, can be inserted, can be done. You can do pretty much whatever you want in this nice environment. Heck, you may even have slides already with these graphics already embedded. And what you want to do now is take these and put them into Mathematica. So the way you can do this here, it's really simple. All you have to do here is come to your slide or come to the graphics you want, select the graphics that you want, and literally all I'm going to do is copy this here. So I'm just going to right-click copy or Control-C, and now if I come back to the Mathematica Notebook over here, what you're going to want to do here is, again, come up here to your graphics, new graphic here, and now all you have to do is Control-V. Just hit the paste button, and look at that. It gets inserted automatically here, and it's nice. It's perfect here. The one problem here that you might realize is that you can't actually change like these individual elements inside the graphic here, but you could change them back here in the PowerPoint. So for example, if I did not like this purple star, you can go ahead and change this thing to a green star and just repeat the process, right? I'll just select the elements that I want. I'm going to copy them, come back over here. Maybe I'll delete this old graphic here. I'll just come back here, put in my new one, and then Control-V to paste, and bam, it's done. Maybe before we get too far, remember, every time you do insert a graphic, make sure you take the cell here, and we saw earlier, you need to change this here to text here. And now you can go ahead and resize this so it fits nicely on your page here, and you can go along your merry way here, right? So here is another example of a graphic from PowerPoint, right? And I'll change this to text here, and I'll come back over to my PowerPoint here, and I go get another picture or another thing that I like. So example in this illustration of this example, right? I've got this high-res photo here that I've annotated with all these different components here. And again, this makes a really nice slide, but you can directly take this and insert it into Mathematica by just go ahead and select all of the elements you want, Control-C to copy, come back over here in Mathematica, come here in new graphic, Control-V to paste. It might take a little longer because that was a high-res picture here, but look at this. It looks beautiful within Mathematica. Again, come here, select the cell here, format, style, text, and then just resize it appropriately to make it look nice in your Mathematica notebook. So this is incredibly robust. And let me show you just one more example. It even works for things like, let's say you've got a table. Let's come back here to the PowerPoint here. I'll zoom in a little bit here. Maybe I've made this nice table here with some results from an experiment. It's the exact same thing. Just come over here to the table. Let me go ahead and copy the table. And I will now come back to Mathematica. And let's do some text here again. So here is a table that I took from PowerPoint, right? And again, change that to text. Whoops, I guess I spelled this wrong. Oh, whoopsie, sorry. Come on. That I took from PowerPoint. Okay, so come here, insert a graphic here, and in fact, I'm going to use the hotkey Control-1 to insert the graphic, and then I'm going to use Control-V to paste, and then I'm just going to select the cell and I'm going to say Alt-7 to change this thing to text. And look at this. We're great now. So now I've got pictures, I've got tables, I've got all this stuff that are inserted in graphics into this Mathematica notebook, and I'm starting to make a really rich document here. Now, here's what's even cooler. This doesn't have to just be PowerPoint. Let's say you have like a paper or something like that that you've made in Microsoft Word. You know, here's a very simple example Word document here that's got a table, it's got a figure and something like that. Let's say I really like this figure, but instead of having it in Word, I want it in Mathematica here. So again, just come here to the picture that you're interested in, copy it from the Word document, come over to Mathematica here, and I'll say, here is a picture from a Word document. Right? Change that to text here by Alt-7, and then I'm going to say Control-1 to insert a new graphic, Control-V to paste in the image, and then I will just select the cell here, and then I will say Alt-7 to turn it to text, and here we are. We're off to the races, and this is really helpful. The one thing I will mention now, though, is if you think about this, now the only drawback to this method here is if you notice all of these graphics that we've inserted, we've talked about how you can't actually change any of these, right? They're not really a vector-based image anymore in the sense that I can't take this text box and change it within Mathematica. I have to do those changes within the source document. So in this case, I have to change things within the PowerPoint slide set here, right? So the only drawback to this is the sense that you actually, what I end up doing is I carry around two files. I carry around the Mathematica file, the .nb file, and then I also have a separate file which is of .pptx extension, which is the PowerPoint file, which contains all of my source graphics. So if you look here, what I would recommend doing here is taking two files again. So you're now going to have one file which only holds the graphics, where you can still make all these manipulations, you can make all the changes however you like, and then what you do is I insert them into the Mathematica notebook in the appropriate spot. So it's a little bit cumbersome in that sense, in the sense that you can't just have a standalone Mathematica.nb file. You have to have a .nb as well as the source file for all the graphics if you want to use this workflow that I recommend. But it's worked great for me. It allows me to create these nice, rich documents and allows me to insert graphics how I like. So, with that being said, I think that covers mostly what I wanted to talk about in terms of inserting and working with graphics in Mathematica here. Let's take a quick look at a summary slide to recap what we talked about today. All right, so in terms of a summary, what we talked about today was we first looked at an introduction of why you would want to insert graphics into a Mathematica notebook. We then looked at two different ways you could do this. We saw that one, you could use the native Mathematica graphics engine, but we saw that that wasn't the best because it wasn't very universal or interchangeable and forced you or required you to learn another drawing package effectively. And we saw that maybe a better way to do this was to import graphics from external sources like a PowerPoint or a Word document. And most importantly, we then developed a workflow for how to use graphics effectively within Mathematica. And that workflow was, I suggest you first develop and maintain these graphics in a separate PowerPoint, a .pbtx file. Once you've developed those graphics in the PowerPoint file, just go to the slide you want and copy the graphics that you care about from the PowerPoint to the clipboard. So literally select the graphics you want and hit Control-C. Then you go over to the Mathematica file and you do the following. You first go to where you want to insert the graphic, and then just go up to Graphics, New Graphics, or hit Control-1 to start that. And then you go and just literally paste the graphics from the clipboard into that new graphic in Mathematica. So you literally just hit Control-V. And once you've done that, the graphic is in Mathematica. The last thing you need to do then is just change the format of that graphic input cell from being input to being text here. So you select the cell and then you go up to, I think it's Format Style Text, or just hit Alt+7 to change it so you don't get these double graphics here within your notebook when you evaluate all the cells. And now this workflow is really robust because now when you want to change that picture or that graphic later on down the road, all you need to do is just go back to the PowerPoint file, make whatever changes or modifications that are necessary, and go through these few simple steps. So, hopefully that is helpful for getting graphics into Mathematica and is going to allow you to make some of these very comprehensive, rich documents here in the future. So, If you like the video, please subscribe to the channel here. We'll have lots more Mathematica and other software development tool techniques and tutorials coming up in the future. And I hope to see you at one of those future videos. Talk to you later. Bye.